यहीं तक था सफर अपना, तुम्हें है लौट कर जाना। कभी मैं याद आऊं तो चले आना। तुम्हें मैं भूल जाऊंगा, ये बातें दिल में ना ला।
I want to show my family, my friends, my children, and my wife that when life throws a curveball at me, I am the type of man that will stand in that batter's box. I will crowd the plate, I will choke up, and I will swing for the fences every single time. Because I will beat this, and I will be back, so you will see me very, very soon. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion, and I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship. But I want to make one thing clear, by no means is this a retirement speech. Because I have faith. Because after I'm done whooping leukemia's ass once again, I'm coming back home. Maybe even a full year I've come out here.
In what could go down as the most shocking moment in WWE history, the legendary reign of Roman Reigns has seemingly come to a tragic and unexpected end. A career that has spanned over a decade, filled with countless victories, iconic moments, and record-breaking title reigns, may have been cut short after a brutal encounter with none other than his own blood Solo Sikoa. Fans are still reeling from what unfolded during that unforgettable match, a battle so intense and ferocious that it left Reigns gravely injured. The Tribal Chief, the face of the WWE for years, is now facing the unthinkable retirement. The news has sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Roman Reigns, the indomitable force who has reigned supreme for over 1,000 days as WWE Universal Champion, has reportedly suffered an injury so severe that it might force him to step away from the ring for good. In a sport where legends are made and careers end in an instant, few could have predicted that the mighty reign of Reigns would end this way, betrayed by his own cousin and laid low by a devastating injury. This isn't just a retirement story. This is about a man who has dominated WWE for years, now facing a battle more difficult than any match he's fought. Battle for his future, and as the dust settles, questions linger. Was this Solo's plan all along? Is this the end of Roman Reigns, or will he find a way back? And what did Roman himself have to say about the devastating turn of events? For months, tensions had been boiling between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline faction, once a united force of family dominance, had fractured, and Solo, the fierce young warrior, had made it clear he wasn't going to live in his cousin's shadow any longer. The build-up to the match was electric, with emotions running high as the WWE Universe anticipated an explosive confrontation between these two Samoan powerhouses. But no one expected what was about to happen. From the very beginning, the match was unlike any other Roman had fought before. Solo, determined to make his mark, came out with a fire and aggression that even Roman wasn't prepared for. The Tribal Chief, used to controlling the pace and outcome of his matches, was suddenly on the defensive. It was a brutal backhand for the fair that saw both men push each other to their absolute limits. But it was in the closing moments of the match that disaster struck. In what was supposed to be a final, devastating spear from Reigns to put Solo down for good, something went horribly wrong. Solo countered with a vicious Samoan spike, hitting Roman harder than anyone had ever seen. Roman crumpled to the mat, clutching his neck and shoulder in agony. The referee rushed to check on him, and within moments, it was clear that something was seriously wrong. The Tribal Chief, the man who had stood tall over WWE for so long, was unable to continue. As medical staff rushed to the ring, the WWE Universe was stunned into silence. Roman Reigns, the man who had been the standard-bearer of the company, was down and he wasn't getting back up. In the days following the match, rumors swirled about the severity of Roman's injury. Some speculated it was a minor setback, while others feared the worst. The WWE, notorious for keeping injuries under wraps, didn't provide immediate answers. But then came the bombshell announcement that no one was prepared for. Roman Reigns was forced to retire due to the injuries sustained during his match with Solo Sikoa. Speaking to WWE.com, an emotional interview, Roman broke his silence, addressing the WWE Universe and revealing just how serious his condition was. "I faced a lot of tough battles in my career, both inside and outside of the ring," Roman said, referencing his previous battles with leukemia. "But this is something I never saw coming. When I hit that mat, I knew something was wrong. I felt it immediately. The doctors have told me that I've sustained severe nerve damage in my shoulder and spine."
It seems that WWE is ready to move on from Roman and replace him with Cody Rhodes. And at WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes will go one-on-one against Roman Reigns. WWE is going to have Roman lose against Cody at WrestleMania, as Cody Rhodes will become the new champion after WrestleMania 40. And after Roman loses his title to Cody, Roman will make the shocking announcement that he is quitting WWE. And one reason he is going to quit is because he doesn't want to continue being jobbed out. Because the alternative, if he stays, is that he will be in a continuing feud with Cody Rhodes, where Roman will have to lose again and again. This is going to cause Roman Reigns to quit WWE after WrestleMania 40.
"It's not just about wrestling anymore, it's about my life." Reigns' voice cracked with emotion as he continued, "I've spent my entire adult life in this ring. The WWE has been my home, my family. But now I have to make a decision that's not just for me, but for my real family, for my kids. I can't risk not being able to hold my children, to be there for them. Wrestling is in my blood, but I have to think about the future. And right now, I have to step away." For fans, hearing those words from Roman Reigns was like a punch to the gut. The tribal chief had been a constant presence in their lives, and to imagine a WWE without him seemed impossible. In the wake of Roman's announcement, the wrestling world has been abuzz with speculation. Was Solo Sikoa's brutal assault on his cousin truly accidental, or was this a carefully orchestrated move to take Roman out of the picture once and for all? Some fans have pointed to subtle moments leading up to the match, suggesting that Solo had long been plotting to overthrow Roman and claim his spot as the true leader of the Samoan dynasty. WWE commentators and analysts have been quick to weigh in, with some calling Solo's actions cold-blooded and others praising his ambition. "You don't step into that ring without knowing the risks," said former WWE champion John Cena. Solo knew exactly what he was doing when he hit that Samoan spike. He wanted to send a message to Roman, to the WWE, and to the world that he's not just another guy. He's a future legend in the making. Roman, for his part, refused to place the blame entirely on Solo. It was a hard-fought match. "I know Solo didn't want this to happen, but sometimes things go too far. I just hope he understands the weight of what's happened here. This isn't just about a title or a match, it's about family." Despite Roman's diplomatic response, tensions between him and Solo have reached a boiling point. The younger Sikoa has remained uncharacteristically silent since the match, fueling rumors that he may have intentionally sought to dethrone Roman and take his place as the dominant force in WWE. Could this be the beginning of Solo's rise to power within the bloodline? As Roman Reigns faces the possibility of permanent retirement, the WWE Universe is left to reflect on the incredible legacy he leaves behind. From his early days as a member of The Shield, where he quickly established himself as a future star, to his meteoric rise to the top of the company as the tribal chief, Reigns has been a defining figure in WWE for over a decade. His title reigns are the stuff of legend, with his 1,000-day run as Universal Champion cementing him one of the greatest champions in WWE history. But beyond the titles and accolades, it was Roman's connection with the fans that truly set him apart. Whether you loved him or hated him, there was no denying the impact Roman Reigns had on the wrestling world. In his own words, Roman reflected on his journey. "It's been an incredible ride. I've had the privilege of standing in that ring and giving everything I have to this business. And to the fans, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me, for supporting me, even when it wasn't always easy. I hope that I've made you proud." But even as Roman prepares to step away from the ring, fans are left wondering, could this really be the end of the Tribal Chief? Or will Roman...
We need him, Jimmy say. In the exciting main event of SmackDown, Solo Sikoa managed to defeat Jimmy Uso, but not without some help from the Bloodline. After the match, the Bloodline continued to attack Jimmy, showing no mercy. This brutal scene led Roman Reigns to rush out to the ring to save his cousin. Roman quickly took down Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tongaloa with his powerful moves. However, things got even more intense when Roman started fighting with Solo. Just as the fight was heating up, Jacob Fatu attacked Roman from behind, changing the course of the battle. Jimmy tried his best to fight back, but he was eventually overpowered and knocked down. Solo then hit Roman with a devastating Samoan spike, leaving both Jimmy and Roman lying on the mat. In a moment of desperation, Jimmy looked at Roman and said, "We need him," referring to the importance of Jey Uso to the Bloodline fight. But will Roman Reigns' stubbornness allow him to be the bigger man and ask Jey Uso for help? But will Jey Uso help Roman and Jimmy? Let us know, guys.
Like so many greats before him, find a way to overcome the odds and make one final, triumphant return. As the WWE Universe processes the gravity of Roman Reigns' potential retirement, the landscape of the company is already beginning to shift. Solo Sikoa, now poised to step into the spotlight, could very well become the next face of the company, but the void left by Roman's absence will be impossible to fill. By 2012, Roman was ready for the big leagues. He made his main roster debut as part of the now iconic faction The Shield, alongside Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, and Seth Rollins. The trio quickly became one of the most dominant groups in WWE history, wreaking havoc on the roster and taking down some of the biggest names in the business. The Shield's arrival marked the beginning of Roman Reigns' meteoric rise to superstardom. While the Shield was a force to be reckoned with, it became clear early on that Roman Reigns was destined for even greater things. With his towering physique, intense charisma, and undeniable presence, Roman was the standout of the group. Fans couldn't get enough of him, and WWE management soon took notice. In 2014, Shield disbanded and Roman embarked on his singles career. It didn't take long for him to start making waves. He quickly became a top contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and by WrestleMania 31 in 2015, Roman found himself in the main event, facing off against Brock Lesnar in one of the most brutal and hard-hitting matches of his career. Although Roman didn't walk away with the championship that night thanks to Seth Rollins' infamous Money in the Bank cash-in, it was clear that WWE was fully behind him as the future face of the company. Over the next few years, Roman would go on to win multiple championships, including the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the Universal Championship, and the Intercontinental Championship, solidifying his status as one of WWE's top stars. But despite his in-ring success, Roman faced intense backlash from fans who were divided over his push to the top. Some felt that Roman was being forced on them by WWE, while others appreciated his hard work and dedication.
Zilla Fatu just dropped a major hint, which could mean trouble for Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. We saw the return of Jimmy Uso at Bad Blood after he helped Roman Reigns defeat Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Jimmy also embraced Roman after the match, giving him a hug and confirming that he is on the side of the OTC. This fight between the old and new bloodline will result in an epic War Games match at Survivor Series. But there is one man who wants to join the already powerful new bloodline, and that man is Zilla Fatu. After Bad Blood ended, Zilla posted a picture of him and Jacob confirming that he would like to team up with Jacob Fatu again. If Zilla does indeed joins Jacob Fatu, this will result in a total of 5 members in Solo's bloodline, and Roman will need backup and assemble a team for Survivor Series. We know that Jimmy Uso will be on Roman's side, but which other members should join Roman? Some fans are speculating that Jey Uso might get traded to SmackDown, and it would make sense for him to reunite with Jimmy and join Roman's team. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and whether you believe The Rock will also join Roman Reigns at Survivor Series.
Throughout it all, Roman remained humble, focused, and determined to prove his critics wrong. I always tell people, it's not about the boos or the cheers, it's about the reaction, Roman said in a candid interview. As long as people are reacting to me, whether they love me or hate me, I know I'm doing something right. In October 2018, Roman Reigns shocked the world when he announced that he was stepping away from WWE to battle leukemia in an emotional segment on Monday Night Raw. Roman revealed that he had been living with leukemia for 11 years and that the disease had returned. When you're first diagnosed with something like that, your world just stops, Roman said in a tearful interview. I was 22 when I first found out I had leukemia, and it changed everything. But I fought through it, and for a long time, it was in remission. Then in 2018, I found out it was back, and I knew I had to step away from wrestling to focus on my health. The announcement sent shockwaves through the wrestling community, and fans around the world rallied behind Roman as he faced the fight of his life. For the next several months, Roman underwent treatment and remained out of the spotlight, focusing on his recovery. In February 2019, Roman made his triumphant return to WWE, announcing that his leukemia was once again in remission. The crowd erupted in cheers as Roman delivered the news, and in that moment, the once divisive star was embraced by fans like never before. Roman's battle with leukemia had humanized him in a way that no storyline ever could, and his courage and resilience earned him the respect of the entire WWE Universe. I've always said that I'm a fighter, Roman said during his return speech. But this wasn't just about fighting for a title or a match. This was about fighting for my life, for my family, and for everyone who's ever been affected by cancer. And now that I'm back, I'm ready to pick up where I left off and show the world what I'm made of. Upon his return, Roman Reigns underwent a massive transformation that would redefine his career. In August 2020, Roman aligned himself with Paul Heyman and adopted the persona of the Tribal Chief, a ruthless and dominant character who demanded respect and acknowledgement from everyone around him. This new version of Roman was unlike anything fans had ever seen before. Gone was the smiling babyface, replaced by a cold, calculating, and unstoppable force of nature.
Roman Reigns has finally broken his silence on the return of The Rock at Bad Blood. We saw the shocking return of the final boss at the end of Bad Blood after Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns defeated Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Although The Rock didn't say anything, he did stare down both Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. We know that Rock has unfinished business with Cody Rhodes after he made it clear at the Raw after WrestleMania 40 that Cody's story with the final boss has just started. However, many fans also wondered if this could be the beginning of the rivalry between Rock and Roman Reigns, which will finally end at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Roman Reigns has responded to the Great One on social media following this epic stare down. He posted this picture on social media with the caption, "We're just getting started." It will be interesting to see how this leads into the storyline between Rock and Roman Reigns and whether Cody Rhodes also gets involved in this feud. Let me know whether you think the match between Rock and Roman Reigns needs to involve the undisputed title, and please make sure to like and subscribe for more content.